Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, I'm the Crystalline Priestess. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and an astrologer, and today we just have a quick little pick a card reading for this Capricorn new moon. What a fucking moon. Holy crap, it's a big deal. This is the last new moon in Capricorn we will have conjunct the planet Pluto. What a big deal. I don't know. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. Basically, we're just closing out some major chapters and cycles in our lives. Something that may have started back in 2008 could be finishing up now. So huge power systems and struggles changing in our lives. Just big deal stuff. Okay? All new and full moons are exciting. This one in particular has a little bit of an extra Plutonian flair. A little bit of extra fun to it. Plus it's squaring the nodes, which means that look, we're all leveling up, guys, and I've already filmed this reading, so I know that all these readings are very potent. All of these piles were very, very transformative. I feel like all of us are really going through some big level up sort of stuff. We're all letting go of things. We're all sort of having to say goodbye to one thing in order to bring in the new. So with all that said, I'm not going to blabber on any longer. Group 1 is going to be this cute little dragonfly brooch thing. Group 2, you're going to be this little Pisces pyramid. And group 3, you're going to be little angel baby. So take all the time you need. I'm going to do a little close-up shot of these three. So yeah, pause the video if you like. Make sure to check out your channel's song as well, and I will see you guys in your reading. I hope that I've said everything. I suppose I could probably update you guys a little bit. I am actually moving in 6 days, so February. Hopefully I'm going to have a lot more content coming out in February because I'm going to have moved, and hopefully for the first time in a long time I will have a setup that's not my bedroom. And we'll be able to make this more of a thing, and I'll be able to be more consistent. So thank you guys who are still here with me. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for still being here with me. I know that I have not really showed up very well, but your girl is promising. I swear. I solemnly swear that I will produce content. Okay? I love you. I'll see you in your reading. Okay? Pick your group. Peace. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this really cute little butterfly, then this is going to be your new moon in Capricorn reading. So let's get into it. We're going to start with a moon card just to get an overall theme of what really, because this moon is such a big deal, it's closing such a major chapter and cycle in your life. We're going to have a look at what that is for you. We're going to have a look at what's coming up. So we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. We have what do you need to release, waning moon. And we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Okay guys, so for you it really feels like you've been pushing, it's part of my French, but it feels like you've been pushing shit uphill. That's what the vibe has felt for you guys. I feel like because this new moon is such a big chapter and such a major cycle that's closing, it's a 15-year transit that we've just been through. It's a big deal. So essentially, this all began in 2008. Let's have a look at where you're at now compared to where you were back then. I think for a lot of us, the changes have been subtle up until these past few years. We've had a lot of Pluto and Saturn energy going on collectively in the stars, you know. So it's been affecting us all, and this new moon is really no different. It's a huge catalyst, and for you guys, with what you need to release and adjustments are required, you guys are essentially being asked at the moment to, I think, cut some final chords that are essentially I'm seeing it like a balloon. I'm seeing balloons that are just like holding on by a thread, and they just need to be cut because, you know, I'm not about sending balloons off into the atmosphere, but you get the analogy. You know, you kind of need to be free. So with this Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches, this new moon is actually a really, really powerful, I'm hearing the word portal for you. It's a portal of release. That's what it feels like. And that's what new moons are, you know, they're opportunities for us to plant new seeds. So you guys are now planting new seeds for a whole new beginning, because we have Pluto moving into Aquarius this month. Major chapter, major cycle. I'm sorry if you're not into astrology, but I am. So, you know, this stuff for me goes hand in hand, and I can't talk about tarot without talking about astrology, or I can't pull tarot cards without talking about astrology, because it's just so symbiotic in my opinion. And so we have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Now I feel like with you guys, with Capricorn coming out, it feels like things have been very tough financially. It feels like there's been major restrictions on your finances. I'm feeling like for you guys, it even has gotten to the point where like you've had to sacrifice getting your hair done, you've had to sacrifice getting your nails done, you've had to sacrifice, you know, just like little things that probably like wouldn't seem like a big deal, but they kind of are when you get to start experiencing them again, if you know what I mean. So you're giving me the energy of this new moon really offering you an opportunity to see what you've been missing out on. That's something that's really coming through with this. What do you need to release in this waning moon? It's like letting go and allowing something to finally, it's feeling like acceptance. I feel like you're accepting that it's time for something to go. This really could be a habit. It could be a financial pattern. Finances are definitely coming up for you guys. We're going to get into the tarot now. Actually, no. Sorry, we're going to pull an astrology card, and then we're going to get into the tarot. But I really wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Pentacles comes out for you guys, or just a lot of, I think, stuff around resources, and whether that's inner resources and outer resources, I kind of feel like it's going hand in hand for you. I feel like there's been like this essence of something feeling like it's missing. I really encourage you guys to have a look at the Capricorn part of your chart, really to study it, pay attention to it, have a look at the house that this is happening, have a look at in how it's aspecting your natal planets, if you know how to do that. If you don't, let me know. Let me know if you want me to make a video on how to do that or anything like that. Like maybe make a short even. Crystal can't speak. But yeah, it's just really, I think this is a major new moon. I think I've heard quite a few other astrologers sort of say the same thing. I feel like we're all on the same kind of page with this being the final new moon in Capricorn conjunct fucking Pluto. You know, Pluto's a big deal planet, so it's bringing up a lot of change for you guys. And for you guys, like I said, it's really got to do with you finding a sense of stability, because we have Taurus and we have Capricorn out here. Both of these are earth signs. Sagittarius, I see. So this new moon is actually offering you a really powerful window of opportunity into actually seeing where it is, I think, that you've been going wrong. And I don't want to say so much that you've been going wrong, but it feels like there's something that you've been actively doing that has been to your own detriment. And it doesn't, like, that sounds really intense. It could be as simple as, like, you know, you are just drinking way too much coffee for your own good. You know, like, you know that you should not be drinking so much coffee. It's giving you anxiety. Like, you're literally starting to get anxiety because every time you drink coffee, you're like, ooh, ooh. You know, you still keep drinking it. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of, willpower is coming up with this Leo I will. It feels like you guys are seeing with this Sagittarius where you've actually maybe lacked a little bit of willpower, because these are both fire signs. You have earth out here. So where things have felt maybe a little bit stuck, because earth energy can feel a little bit like stuck in the mud, like it's heavy and it's slow. It's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are some of the slowest signs. I mean, Virgo is not really all that slow, but Capricorn and Taurus really are. And they're the cards that you have out here. So Leo and Sag, they're fiery. They're a bit more like, woo, let's get the ball rolling, let's get the ball going. So I feel like you guys, it feels like there might even be like this very fiery attitude coming through for you guys over this new moon, because it's like this get up and go. Like, I'm seeing an up and go. Like, it's time to just like drink your up and go and fucking run out the door. Like, you know those ads where it used to, I think when we were kids, like the up and go ads, they'd have the up and go and then they'd run out and go surf for the whole day or whatever. Like, it's kind of like that, like a Red Bull, but healthy. Well, not that they're healthy, but you get my gist. So Sagittarius, I feel like you guys are really having like a very soul expansive experience over this new moon. It sounds a little bit silly, but like it just feels like you guys are seeing things from maybe like a broader perspective. I didn't feel like taking those cards, but we did see the third house of messages, which is the opposing sign, opposing house of Sagittarius, or the ninth house, which means with this Grand Cross Provoker coming out, there's definitely this like battle going on between, I think, maybe your heart and your mind. It's giving me maybe someone who can't quite decide, hasn't been able to make a decision on ending something. That's what it's giving me the vibe of. With this Grand Cross Provoker, I feel as though this new moon is bringing things up. So you guys might be finding that you're feeling a little bit agitated, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a bit agitated over this new moon. Like, it's really been coming in hot over the past few days, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm coming off my period. I should be getting happier, but no. This new moon is coming in hot with exactly what she was always going to bring, which is huge transformation and major change for all of us. So I wasn't planning on filming a reading. I'm moving in a few days, so you know, I'm in chaos, but I just was like, no, we have to do a reading right now. I need a fucking reading. I'm gonna listen to this too. So anyway, guys, I'm blubbering. I'm sorry, but I just feel like, look, Saturn truth coming out. There's like a truth that's coming out, and I think this truth is within you. I think that this is coming, like you're coming to a point where like you don't want to blame anyone anymore. It's almost like you're looking at your situation from a broader perspective, and you're saying, you know what, maybe I have actually been provoking this in some way. Maybe I have actually been contributing to my own misery. That's literally what I just heard. I just heard contributing to your own misery. So, you know, let's take that for what it is. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So, you know, this is overcoming, if I can hold the card, this is really overcoming deep, deep, deep feelings of lack, of not enoughness. I feel like you guys are unlocking your abilities to manifest again. It feels like with Pluto at the final degrees of Capricorn with this new moon, it kind of feels like it's like putting pressure on your manifestation powers. So I'd be really interested to see where this actually is in your chart, where it's happening for you, because with the Queen of Cups, we have Three of Wands, we have the World. It's like your time is up. This version of you, the current version of you, the version of you that you've been living out for all this time, for the past 15 years especially, like the time is up, the time is done, like it's over. We have the King of Swords at the bottom. I set my own alarm. I scared the living hell out of myself. Okay, so the King of Swords is out here, and essentially he's saying that it's time to get focused. It's time to create a plan. That's what's really coming up, because this Five of Pentacles, I said that the Pentacles was going to come up because you guys are having financial activations, because what a lot of this transit has been for you in Capricorn, it's been helping you build some sort of financial stability, or find that maybe realizing that you don't have that, and now you're looking to build a sense of financial stability. Like I said, finances is feeling really, really like a major thing for you. So Queen of Cups, it's saying like you're ready now. I feel like the energy that this is giving me is you finally, like, Jesus take the wheel. Like, that's what the vibe of this Queen of Cups is giving me. It's saying, instead of me just sitting here and like being a victim, this is, oh my god, okay, this is what it is. You're going from a victim mentality into like a victor's mentality. I literally said this to my partner this morning, and this is coming up for you. So I was talking about a situation in my life where I feel like I'm stuck in like a spider's web, and essentially I'm like a fly, and I'm stuck in the web, and I'm like flailing around, and I've got to fucking change my mindset and realize that I'm the fucking spider. You guys are the spider, okay? So you're, whatever situation this is, it feels like financial. So your financial situation, it kind of feels like it might be overwhelming and like a fucking spider's web that you don't really know how to start untangling, how to get yourself out of. It kind of feels like you're a flailing bug. And so what's really coming up for you over this new moon is this change in perspective and this change in mindset. It's all about the way you think. It's all about the way you think. It's being truthful and honest with yourself about where you are, because the only way you can go up, the only way you can change your situation is if you're honest about your situation. And I feel like you guys have been a little dishonest with yourself in the past. And I think that you're really seeing that clearly over this new moon. And that's a powerful thing. Hey, it might be uncomfortable, but this Grand Cross Provoker, things are going to be uncomfortable. You might, like I said, be feeling a little bit shitty. You might, this is what I want to say. I want to say advice is don't take that shittiness out on others. Don't take your frustration at yourself out on somebody else. It's very easy to do that, and sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing that. So that's just definitely something that's coming up. Prosperity lies ahead, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So look, you're very close to achieving a goal. You guys are really, really, really close to the end of this chapter of not enoughness. You're closing the door on lack, and you're about to move into so much prosperity. Look, this world and this Three of Wands is saying, I am ready to expand and receive my blessings. I am ready to essentially, I feel like it's giving me the vibe of just, I'm essentially ready to just open myself up to all of it. I feel like you guys haven't even been able to imagine. It feels like your imagination was a little bit stifled over this past, it feels like the past few years especially, but your imagination's been a little bit stifled. It feels like there's been this like transformation, I sense, essentially going on within your core self. It feels like this subconscious thing, and I think it's only coming to light now. You're recently realizing just how much you've actually changed and shifted, and how much you're realizing that you've matured and you've grown up. With this Saturn here, you've grown up, you're growing up, and so now you're ready to start like this new chapter of life as like this more mature, more I don't want to say like adult version of you, but essentially just this more switched on, more clued in, more focused and just energized version of you. And with this Ten of Wands coming out, with the Magician underneath that, we have Ace of Wands underneath that. It's literally like you have such amazing ideas. You have so much power and you have so much potential. And I think it's been very hard for you to figure out how to harness that. And it feels like this new moon, it's like clarity. Clarity is coming in. Like the word I'm hearing is, I wish I could click my fingers. I don't know how to click my fingers, but I'm hearing clarity, clarity, clarity. Like things are just going to become clear. You're going to kind of see what you need to do. It's really about making a plan and seeing things for what they are. I think like we started with the beginning of this reading with what do you need to release, it's really an opportunity for you to cut. With this King of Swords, it's time for you to cut away what feels like is no longer working. If something isn't working, it's time to face it and accept it and to just cut it away, you know, do what you have to do. This Ten of Wands is saying that, like, you know, things aren't going to be easy. Things aren't going to just be, you know, over in one night. Rome wasn't built in a day. There is still some journeying. There's still some walking that you need to do. There's still some climbing of the mountain, essentially, is what I'm trying to say that you need to do. But it's essentially an opportunity for you at the moment, and you can really feel that. I feel like you can feel that your manifestation powers at the moment are very strong. So I would say that a really potent thing for you to do at the moment over this new moon would be to do a ritual, any sort of ritual, something that feels good for you, but really something that feels like it can usher in, I suppose, a frequency of more abundance and expansion and growth, because I feel like adjustments are required. This is like your prosperity and your true happiness and the foundations that you're seeking, because I really feel as though you're seeking like a sense of stability. Like for some of you guys, you really just want your own home. You want somewhere that you can feel safe and happy and at peace, that's entirely your own, you know. And it's taken a long time to get to the point where you're ready now to start building and working towards that. And so adjustments are required. There are some things that we need to change and let go of. With this Queen of Cups, it's really saying listen to your intuition, especially with this Ace of Wands and the Magician coming out as well. And the King of Swords too. It's really about listening to that inner guidance. With Sagittarius, I see, and then the 9th house of faith coming out underneath that. There's really a need to essentially I'm feeling like believe it before you see it. Like faith is really important for you at the moment. It's about having the hope and the belief that things are going to get better, because I feel like in the past there was this inability to believe that things were going to get better, and I feel like this new moon is now an opportunity for you to plant new prosperity seeds and to know that things really are going to get better. But it's going to require you to make some changes. You're going to need to step up in ways that essentially are asking you to put more focus and energy into, you know, keeping a financial fucking tracker, actually paying attention to the money that you're spending, looking at where your money's going, paying more attention to these things, learning financial management, I'm saying this to you as much as I'm saying it to me. I mean, I'm saying this to me as much as I'm saying it to you, because your girl has got no fucking clue. And now I'm nearly 30 and I'm realizing I should probably learn. So, you know, don't be like me. If you're younger than me, don't be like me. It's really important that you learn to build these solid foundations now, because we're at the end of Pluto and Capricorn. We're moving into Pluto and Aquarius now, and we're starting this whole new chapter. So the wrapping up of this final chapter, the closing, the tying of the ribbon, you know, the bow on top, is essentially saying it's time now to create your own system and foundations. It's time now to root to rise. Okay, so we have the High Priest of Atlantis, chakra healing coming through as your advice, with sacred medicine, Asclepios, and the Mermaid of Lemuria, so joy. Essentially, joy is medicine to your soul. It's really important that you guys get out and play, and that you guys have some fun. I feel as though there's something that you, like, especially with this world card, I always see this world card as someone like that's playing with a hula hoop. So I feel like, especially, and look, we have this Three of Wands too, where she's going surfing, this Queen of Cups, where she's in the ocean, in the water as well. So being in the ocean, look, Mermaid of Lemuria, ocean healing is really potent for you guys. It's really going to help. It doesn't matter if it is the ocean, it can be river, can be water, any type of water. It doesn't matter if you have to, you know, distill your own water and go put it in the backyard and make your own offerings, or create a pond, you know. There are things that you can do that can essentially be your own, like, little water haven, if you know what I mean. You can literally make your own pond out of, like, go get a fish bowl and put some pebbles and stuff in there, and some moss and some crystals and shit, and put some water in there, and put a fairy figurine or something, you know, like, get creative. With this Queen of Cups, she's creative as fuck. So I think that your creativity is coming back, and that's a major thing with that Leo that came out, Sagittarius, this Ace of Wands. It's really about you guys getting a sense of creativity back. It's like you're getting your groove back. That's what I feel like it is. I feel like you're getting your groove back. With Baba Yaga coming out, we have Patience, and Persephone after that is New Beginning. So be patient. This new beginning is here. It's beginning, but it takes time, you know. Like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's really a potent time as well for you to take care of yourself physically. I think that's coming up as well in your advice, is taking care of yourself physically. So just managing your cycles with efficiency. It really feels like optimum efficiency, and creating structures and routines and discipline, and just being really, like, devoted to your health. And you will just be amazed at the amount of prosperity that lies in front of you by actually nourishing yourself. And I'm really being drawn as well to Baba Yaga's basket of, obviously, like, herbs and things. So herbal healing, crystal healing, really important. Grounding. I feel like it's something that's really coming through for you is the earth element. So earth and fire is coming up. Okay. So earth and fire is really, really coming through for you guys. I think that it's important that you start to connect with the food that you're eating. What are you putting in your body? Building, you know, the foundations don't just start from the external, they start from the internal. So building up a healthy system first and foremost, you know what I mean? So really paying attention to what goes in and out of your body and all those sorts of things. So, my loves, I'm going to leave this reading there. That was 2 timers going off. I was meant to only do this for 10 minutes. I am so terrible with sticking to my own guidelines. This is a lesson, so don't be like me. Set boundaries, set schedules. Try and actually adhere to them, my love. Okay, so I love you so much. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. Let me know if it was helpful. I really hope that you guys have a really powerful and transformative new moon. I know that you are. I know that we all will be. But yeah, just really stick to those rituals, and just, I think, paying attention to what's coming up for you over this moon is really important, and just looking at your frustrations, looking at what's provoking you, looking at the things that are making you angry, because there's a cycle, things that might have been repeating themselves, and they repeat themselves for a reason. So there's a lesson that needs to be learned in that. I love you so much. Be sure to check out your channeled song if you want to pick. If you want to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that down below through the link to my website. I'm hot as fuck, sweating like a storm. You can probably see it, so I just don't even know what to say at this point. I adore you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. It helps to spread these readings to more beautiful souls who need to receive them. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this little pyramid thing, then this is going to be your reading for the new moon in Capricorn. So let's have a look at the huge chapter that is closing out for you, the major cycles that are, I'm not going to say turning, it's like I'm seeing a wheel turning. I feel like for you guys, straight up when I was getting into your energy, I feel like there's a real like sexual, sensual liberation vibe going on. We have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. So the Libra, the pink of the moon, it's really giving me like sensual vibes. It's giving me confidence, which yes, confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. So it's feeling like for me, you guys, look, I can't even speak. I'm struggling to speak, guys. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So, personal issue. I feel like what's coming up for you guys, this full moon is you finding your fucking self. I feel like you are finding your flow and you're finding your confidence. I feel like you guys are really upgrading your style. I just heard she had style, she had flair, she was there. That's how she became the nanny. So yeah, you guys are upgrading. I feel like this is a glow up vibe for you for sure. You guys are glowing up big time. Full moon in Cancer, so it feels like you guys have kind of been in a shell for a long time. It feels like you guys might have been undergoing like this squishy, it's giving me like, you know how when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, it goes into a cocoon and turns to mushy goo. It's feeling like this, I'm seeing like the inside tissue of a crab, like how it's gooey and delicious. But it's like really soft and mushy, you know what I mean? But that harder shell is so hard to penetrate. It's so strong. So I feel like on the outside, it's like you've been putting these walls up for a long time, and it feels like on the inside, you've been undergoing this major 360. Like it feels like you're completely different. These two cards together are just giving me this energy of someone stepping out, like almost on the fucking catwalk. Like I just feel like you're stepping out in this energy. It's like you're taking better care of yourself and it shows. That's the fucking energy. I feel like you guys are finding comfort in your home now. Some of you guys might have been moving. You might be moving, or you might have recently moved, and this move is essentially giving you this opportunity, I think, to maybe come out of your crab shell a little bit and to shine. I feel like with this Leo, there's like this real need to shine. We have confidence is your key to success. So I feel like you actually taking care of yourself. I think that you even, this is really giving me like, I keep hearing the word appearance. So you actually taking care of your appearance, you know, doing your hair, shaving, you know, doing your makeup, buying clothes that actually fit your body and that make you feel fucking good. These things really, I think, are uplifting you and are bringing you into like a higher vibration. And as you raise yourself into a higher vibration, things just start to work out. A win-win forecast is win-win outcome is forecast. So you guys really are essentially just attracting, I think, all this really, really beautiful, successful, radiant energy because you're in this regal vibe, because you're taking on this energy of, you know what, I am worth it. I think you guys might have had an issue in the past with self-worth, and I think self-worth is now, it feels like something of the past, something that you're not really going to have to work through as much as you used to. It feels like the point you're at now, it feels like you can kind of let your hair down and let yourself free a little bit. It's giving me this energy of someone maybe, Pisces, I believe, in Uranus genius. Someone, because I was about to say someone, because this Uranus energy, that's Aquarian energy, and Aquarian energy can be social media energy. So I was going to say, like, if you are someone putting yourself on social media, it feels like in 2024, especially, like, this new moon is like a beautiful opportunity for you to really like sow the seeds, plant the seeds for your 2024. And I think for you, 2024 looks like a year of huge just like change, and change in this like really beautiful, powerful way, because it feels like even with this card, like I feel like I'm seeing all this underground energy, like he's like, you know how a superhero punches the ground and like the ground cracks and like goes really deep. Like I'm seeing like all this stuff happening deep below the surface, or even like the symbolism of a seed, you know, so much happens below the surface and then all of a sudden it just shoots out. And, you know, or you're like, whoa, look at this amazing little plant. But, you know, for all this time, it's been underneath the ground. You only see it that day. So you think, oh, wow, there's a plant there. But really, that plant's been alive and kicking and growing and trying to get to that point where it finally comes out of the dirt for a long, long time. So I think this is your time. This moon is showing you that you're ready for that as well. So there might be some things that really come up over the moon, with Pisces coming out too. I think that you guys might be having like a spiritual sort of like awakening in terms of you realizing that, hey, like taking care of myself aesthetically, taking care of my environment, making things feel nice, making myself feel good before I go out of the house or even while I'm at the house is fully changing my vibration, and it's fully changing me, and it's making me feel myself, and it's making me feel like I am more connected to myself and more okay with who I am, you know what I mean? Like, it's just giving me this really powerful energy. And it's like, you know how you see all these stuff about like, oh my God, you're glowing up and everyone is like so jealous of you and like amazing. And, like, it's not like that. I feel like you're literally just naturally just glowing up because I was about to say growing up, because you're growing up. And I feel like even your style, your aesthetic is changing. You're no longer, you're just not the same, and in such like a beautiful way. It feels like you're picking, like, I don't know if you guys have been wondering or toiling with the color pink. For someone, this might literally be for one person, but if you're thinking about branding yourself with the color pink is so your fucking thing. So go with it. Pink, 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 okay? I'm even hearing pink police. I don't know if you guys ever used to play Have a Hotel, but I used to, and I was a part of a little group called the Pink Police. I had a job, and yeah, so I just remembered them, and we all had to wear pink. You had different ranks and, you know, different outfits for different ranks and stuff, but everyone wore pink, and I don't even know what the fuck we did. I remember I was in administration. I don't know what I was doing, but I remember it was all pink. So pink is really a thing for you. I think just self-love. Pink really is the color of self-love. It's a color of I think softness. Like, I'm seeing, it's not like I'm seeing like a really hot pink. I'm seeing like a soft pink, and I feel like this soft pink is kind of like this energy of like, it's giving you a cuddle. I don't know, it's really weird, but I feel like that's something for someone. Maybe even visualizing yourself like when you're meditating. I think something very potent you could do over this new moon is visualize yourself in like a healing crystalline aura or an egg of like pink light and pink, you know, going through your heart and everything. Because with this Leo, this confidence, you might need some pink energy to really move through your heart and to really like, I don't know, I'm seeing like someone like clearing out like all the dark places in the heart with like this radiant pink energy. I don't know, maybe you need to do a meditation. Let's have a look at your tarot cards. But essentially, this just feels like a new moon where it's like, I don't know if so many things are happening externally, but a lot is happening internally. We have the King of Swords coming up for you guys as well. So you might have had a connection with another group. I won't say which, but you know, there's something there. If you felt drawn to more than one group, then I definitely say that there's messages in you for more than one. Fuck. Is it Mercury retrograde yet? I think it's shadow, I don't know, but I can't speak right now. No, I have some things going on with my Chiron. That's what it is. Anyway, the Fool, the bottom of the deck. So you really are ready for a change, and it's a change in how you, I think you show up. I think you really are showing up with so much more maturity. I think that I'm getting like this cleaner cut look to you. This cleaner cut energy, not even just like look, but like this cleaner cut energy. Like maybe you were someone who used to like come into the room and like with this big boisterous attitude, and it was like, you loved being like the light of the room. Oh, you were the light of the room and the light of the party, and you were just like, woo! And so your energy was so young and free, and nothing wrong with that. But it feels like maybe now you're moving into an energy of like knowing when to use that and knowing when to not. It's like you used to walk into any room with that vibe. Now you're walking into rooms and you're sort of saying, how do I want to approach this? How do I want to walk into this room? You're not sort of just walking into the room the standard way that you do. You know what I mean? Feels like there's just a lot more, by no means do I mean like stoicness. I mean like, it's almost like this I think that you guys are becoming a lot more, yeah, with this Four of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. It's like you guys are thinking before you're doing now. You guys are taking time where you didn't take time in the past. I think in the past you might have like just done things really spontaneously and you loved that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you loved doing things in this way that would just, you know, was free and abundant and just led to, you know, just doors opening in their weird, wacky ways. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Knight of Swords, I didn't even see that. You know, you just sort of like jumped on the motorbike. You know, it's giving me a story. Like, you know, this is the kind of situation I'm talking about. Like when I was 19, I went to Greece by myself and I was staying in a hostel and I went for a mad walk and I found the Acropolis and I was hanging out there and I just randomly met this dude, old dude, and he was we talked story for ages, had a great chat. He told me all this stuff about Greece and then I ended up jumping on his fucking moped and he took me for a tour all around Athens and then just dropped me back at my hostel and all was good. Never spoke to him again, never saw me. Don't even remember what he looked like really, but I had the best time and I remember feeling like I was in a fucking movie on the back of that moped looking at those restaurants, and because it was right on dusk and it was sunset, it was just sublime. Do you think I would do that now? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. But the thing is, there's a beauty in that, you know, there's a balance. So that could have gone really, really wrong. That could have gone really, really bad. It didn't because, you know, life looked after me. But that was my kind of energy when I was younger. And so I'm saying that because I feel like you guys had a similar vibe to you. You know, you went traveling and you would just get on the bus and you didn't care where the bus took you. That kind of vibe. And I feel like where now you're thinking things through, I think that before you just jump into the next thing, you're really taking the time to invest. And I think that that comes from a level of self-fucking love and self-respect, because there's seriously a connection with you and another group. Tell me if you pick it. Queen of Cups. So you guys are becoming way more intuitively connected. I feel like your brain and your gut is now connected. I think in the past you might have just like done things on a whim, like we were talking about, just like I'm seeing someone like literally with a blindfold on and just like taking a step, like just walking with a blindfold on. I think that you've always been someone that's deeply intuitive and really connected to that, and the universe has taken care of you as a result. But the level that you're at or that you're trying to get to in life now is calling for you to be more expansive, and that is actually calling for you to be more structured. That's calling for you to be more in tune with your boundaries. So there's definitely a message. There's a connection here with two groups. So let me know if you guys have chosen two, because there's such a similar message that's coming through for you guys. Oh, fuck off. I've shuffled the fuck out of these cards. This is just a joke. But yeah, it's essentially Pink's back, by the way. It's an opportunity, this new moon, for you to see clearly where you're going to get if you take your confidence and you fucking run with it. If you take this level of self-respect and self-esteem that you've built up and you really start to use that and you start to put yourself out there. I really feel like a lot of you guys are needing to put yourself out there, whether it's in a career field or online in social media, or, you know, whether you want to be a musician or an actor, an artist, anything, whatever it is that thing is that you want to do, because there's a lot of creativity out here. There's an awful lot of creativity, but there's also a feeling of like wanting to hide, of wanting to like be inside that shell. So you've been inside the shell a long time. Pluto's now moving into Aquarius, my love, which means that gone are the days of the introvert. The Leo King keeps talking about this, and I agree. I feel like gone are the days of being able to hide away. Pluto is now going to be in Aquarius, which is going to be calling for the collective to come out of our fucking little ant holes and to engage. So it's time to engage. It's time to put your opinion and your voice out there. And I think you feel better when you know, and this is not coming from like a vain perspective. It's like when you look good, you feel good. And that's not about you needing to like put on a fake face of makeup or anything like that, or needing to like do yourself up and give yourself a mad do, or to change anything about yourself that isn't already how you like to be. But it is about honoring what feels good for you. If you like to curl your hair, start to curl your hair again. You know, if you like to wear makeup, start wearing makeup again. If you like heels and you haven't worn them in 10 years, start wearing heels. Okay? It's time for you to start doing these little things for you, because I feel like for a long time you've been doing things for other people. The Six of Cups, there's this with the Magician. This Six of Cups is saying that your inner child needs you now. your inner child is bursting at the seams for you to create the life that she or he has dreamed of. With this Pisces, I believe, what did you believe when you were a child that you wanted to be, that you wanted to create? And it doesn't have to look exactly the same as what you thought it was going to be when you were a kid, you know? When you're a kid, you might have thought that you wanted to be a massive singer on the world stage, and now that you're an adult and you realize, I actually don't want to be a singer on the world stage. Maybe I just want to do, you know, wedding gigs or something. Maybe I want to just, or teach people how to sing. Who knows, you know? But there's something that you can change, that you can alter up a little bit, you know, that can be so close, and something I think that your inner child can be really proud of. It would be so close to what you imagined back then, you know, that they're so proud of you. I feel like that's what's really coming up. This Four of Pentacles, it's giving me like you have been holding on to a way of being for long enough, and it's time for you now to no longer be that way. If you are someone who has, you know, in your younger days, I'm literally just going to put this out there because this is exactly something I'm going through, and I always use myself as an example because it's the easiest thing for me to do. I don't know how to do it. Examples other people or other ways. This is just how my brain works. So when I was younger, loved makeup, loved jewelry, loved hair, loved bags, loved clothes, all of it. Then, you know, grew up, became a teenager, became a young adult, decided I wanted to go completely all natural, stopped washing my hair, stopped doing everything, stopped buying clothes, stopped wearing makeup, all the stuff. Haven't worn high heels in 10 years, like I literally just said. I'm giving examples of myself here. All of a sudden, here I am. Look, I got rings on, I got jewelry on, your girlfriend. I am ready to buy some new clothes. I am ready to like upgrade and update everything. So, you know, this is an example of me actually coming back home to myself now in a balanced way. And that's what this win-win outcome full moon in Libra is. Now I know how to have a healthy relationship with myself and the way I look and with beauty and aesthetics, but I can do it in a natural way, you know? I don't have to wear like a shit ton of makeup. I'm so comfortable with just a little bit of mascara and maybe some powder, you know? But I'm learning now I can start taking care of my hair in a healthy way, using all these beautiful healthy products, but also being able to style it in a way that looks good. I don't have to sacrifice one thing for the other, if you know what I mean. That maybe would have been the mentality in the past, and so now it's like we don't need to let go and sacrifice anything. Now we can kind of have it all, and that's what this Hangman is. It's a card of sacrifice. It's in the reverse, so it's saying you've actually done the sacrificing. You're ready now to bring it all in. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Queen of Wands, and you have the King of Swords. So it's all about manifesting now. I think speaking a new reality into existence is really coming up too. I think that you guys have got this really, really strong ability to speak your life. Speak, I suppose, I want to say like life into existence. Like I feel like what you guys say really is potent. You might have a lot of air energy in your chart, or just like a potent, maybe you have an air moon or an air rising, but it just feels like there is this really powerful ability for you to like translate your voice into literal things, like turning like words into matter. I don't know. So you need to really harness that. I think create with that, use that, manifest with that. I'm hearing sing. Some of you guys really need to sing. Like singing is something your inner child wants you to sing. Your inner child needs you to sing. So singing, helping people sing, teaching people to sing, maybe just singing in groups. I don't know, but singing is really potent for you. It just feels like there's like, even the way I'm putting these cards out, I feel like it's cleaner than like the last spread I did was a mess. This one feels clean. It feels clean cut. Like it's giving me that clean gal aesthetic, you know? It's just feels very, it feels very different. It feels very put together. It feels very nice. It feels very elegant. Elegant's the word. I feel like life's starting to feel more elegant. Like it's not so messy. And that's like feeling really good for your soul. Anyway, let's look at the advice. What advice do you need over this Capricorn new moon? I really like your group, guys. We have Hell, the end of a cycle. Wow. You guys really, really are closing out this chapter. And look, like the way, just seeing the way she looks, like you guys not seeing yourself as beautiful enough. You guys not seeing yourself as pretty or worthy or, oh my God, I just heard, am I not pretty enough? Is my heart too broken? Do I cry too bad? Am I two hearts that can. Do not make you laugh. I don't remember the rest. But you know, it's that vibe of am I not pretty enough? Spiritual transformation. That's what I was feeling at the start of this group. When we pulled the Pisces card. I'm sorry if that scared the shit out of you, but hello. I don't know why YOLO, but anyway, Pisces. Spiritual transformation. You guys, with this Uranus genius, it's coming out. It's fucking time. Believe in yourself, Inanna. I'm feeling like there's a lot of feminine energy that's chosen this group. Honor you. Please, honor your cycle. Anytime Inanna comes up, it reminds me of my book, The Red Tent. I'm going to go grab it. This book, okay? It's dusty as fuck. But if you're a woman and you haven't read this book, I really highly recommend it. Okay, it's going to help you get in touch with your feminine essence and with your magic, okay? Because I feel like this is all about feminine magic. Whether you're a masculine or a feminine doesn't actually matter. But this is essentially you connecting with that feminine essence that is that flow in that creativity. And not in a way, it's like you balancing that now, not in a way that just like could get you in danger, in a way now that has your head screwed on. You guys just, this is, I think because this is all happening in Capricorn, this new moon, and because there's such a Saturnian sort of energy that we're in at the moment, I think there's just so much Saturn vibe, which is just really saying we need to clear out the cobwebs, we need to clear shit up, we need to be honest with ourselves, we need to essentially, we just really need to expand past where we've been. It's feeling like no longer holding on. It's time, like with Pluto, it's literally about things dying, things ending. Hell, we literally have the end of a cycle, so it's time for everything to change. Kali Ma, I'm actually going to read these. I didn't do this for pile 1. For pile 2, you're getting a little bit of special treatment. I'm going to read some of these to you just because it's so potent. We have Kali Ma. Trust the divine plan as you're entering a phase of phenomenal transformation. Kali leads you to an empty, stripped back space, bringing you face to face with your naked truth. You may see who you really are. Kali will stretch you beyond all of your perceived limits, haul you outside of your comfort zone, and shake you awake with sacred revelations. Your ego will fear her, but no other goddesses sees your spiritual potential quite like Kali Ma. You may be facing a cycle of intense life shifts, but remember, you'll never be given anything that you can't handle. Even though life may feel unraveled right now, Kali always has your back. Stare fearlessly into the void. The time has come to be nothing less than your spectacular true self. Additional meanings. Taking it one day at a time can help you through a personal loss or dramatic change. This situation is a blessing in disguise. Invocation. Out of chaos comes divine order. My spirit roars with truth. Your spirit roars with truth. Out of chaos comes divine order. I love that. And that's what this feels like. You've been in chaos for a little while, and out of chaos comes divine order. Hell. The appearance of hell signifies that an experience has come to completion. Don't worry. Hell doesn't bring portents of physical death. She represents the two constants in life, the dying of the old and the rebirth of the new. Hell is a skilled spiritual midwife, guiding you through a major transition. A part of your life is definitely coming to a close, and yet, endings herald physical and spiritual renewal. Don't be afraid, you're preparing for transformation. You may go through a process of shedding skins to purge old identities, patterns, and roles. Perhaps your last child is about to leave home. Maybe you're approaching retirement from a job, a significant relationship could have ended, or you might be about to get married or become a parent. If you're very reluctant to embrace important change, it can make the transition prolonged and difficult. Hell understands that letting go of what was can be hard. Our tendency can be to cling to the familiar and to the past, but the next chapter of your life is arriving and it promises fresh and exciting experiences. Be open to what's coming next. Additional meanings. View a rejection as a sign of something better coming. Say no to this request. Let go of a harmful habit or pattern. Work as a soul midwife or end-of-life nurse. Invocation. I breathe deeply as one door opens and another door... No, I breathe deeply as one door closes and another door opens. And then we'll just read a little bit of Inanna. When did you last allow yourself to dream? Are there precious hopes buried deep inside your soul? Does your inner critical voice crush the tender shoots of your yearnings before they even have a chance to grow? Inanna is taking you on a healing journey and the great below of your ignored and denied dreams. There are many riches gleaming within you, Inanna whispers with a knowing smile. Journey with me into the underworld of your self-doubt. Let go of every belief that says you're unworthy or incapable. Suppressing your creative desires can manifest as a chronic malice, a grey cloud over your head that just won't shift. This is because the longing to share your light is a part of your sacred contract to the goddess. There's something you're passionately wanting now, but you've been keeping the desire pushed way down. Yo. Don't do this anymore. Believe in your ability to build this beautiful sacred creation. I am both queen of both heaven and earth, and I will help you bring your dreams into reality. Additional meanings. Use healing affirmations to reprogram negative or critical thoughts. That's what we talked about. Really speaking life over everything. Speaking abundance over your life. That's the thing. Take daily action steps in the direction of your dreams. Shamanic journeying will benefit you. Use grounding techniques such as conscious breathing and root chakra meditation. Invocation, I can do it, I'm worthy of creating my dreams. There is a huge message coming through for you that spiritual, you're ready to update and upgrade your spiritual practices. I don't know if you need to maybe start exploring ceremonies, sacred ceremonies, or just doing things, exploring plant medicine. There's like a need to bring in a new spiritual essence to do something different spiritually that's going to really help to upgrade and uplift and motivate you and to just change things. I think that you guys are really needing, it's like maybe this is a new type of meditation, trying transcendental meditation. Even for some of you, it could even be trying a new physical fitness, pole dancing, you know, doing something really outside of your comfort zone that really brings in a whole new chapter of your life, because it feels like the stagnancy is done with. You're ready to like end it. It's just time to like release and to allow so much magic and potency. It's like you're finally ready to allow your divine feminine essence to flow through and to not be so afraid and to shun that part of you. It's time now to like accept that you love the things that you love, and that's fucking okay. Alright, so I love you so much, group 2. Please do let me know in the comments below if this resonated, what's going on with you. Do give it a like. If you vibed with it, it does help to spread my videos to more beautiful souls. Make sure you check out your channeled song, that will be linked down below. If you want to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that down below as well through the link to my website. Thank you to your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and I in all moments, for allowing me to receive and to deliver these powerful messages for you. I hope that you have the most incredible new moon portal. I really hope that it is such an amazing start to the year for you. I feel like this is going to be such a potent year for you. I'm excited. I really am excited. I'm excited to see what you do. Please let me know in the comments down below what the fuck it is that you're creating. I feel like some of you guys are birthing babies, businesses, new homes, so many things. It just feels like there's so much, and your inner child is so happy about it. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hello group 2, welcome. If you chose this little angel baby, then this is going to be your new moon in Capricorn. What chapter is changing up for you reading? So we have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. There's a bunch of cards trying to jump out for you. We're just going to take a few. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. All right, at this point, I don't know if you guys are choosing all 3 groups. You're welcome to, but they're all connected. So win-win forecast is outcast. I like this. For such an intense and potent new moon, I just feel like it is pretty much just like an activation for the entire collective to get out-ish together. We also have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So for you guys, you are actually the first group to get a little bit of a hint of romance. So this new moon is definitely, I think with this look at the bigger picture and communication is key. I really think that you guys are being called into, I think, communicating from a higher perspective. I think communication is really coming up. There's a lot of like speaking and telling the truth, I think, that's coming out over this moon because it is so Saturnian with all this Capricorn. It's really giving this need to speak with clarity and speak with truth. We have a lot of air energy out for you. There's a lot of pink energy as well, and I was literally just talking to group 2 all about the color pink. So I feel like you're even holding this little angel. Actually, I didn't even realize this, but you're holding the little angel. He has a little heart. So I don't know, Cupid might be around the corner for you guys. With this Libra, there's a lot of like, I think, and this is a message for group 2. So this is really coming up for everyone then, this collective thing. I think that collectively we're all just fucking leveling up. We're leveling up in this way that says, I take care of myself, I take pride in myself. And with this looking at the bigger picture, communication is key. I feel like you're seeing yourself as more worthy of having like more of a healthy life, like more of a balanced life, and definitely more of healthy, balanced relationships. I feel like this could definitely have to do with a sibling as well. Some of you guys could be like having difficulties with siblings, or a sibling might be coming to you because they're having difficulties in relationship. But essentially, with this look at the bigger picture, it's about needing to see things from a higher perspective. This new moon is definitely saying, hey, we need to take a step back. I'm feeling like taking a step back and, you know, looking at things in hindsight. You know, hindsight can be a really beautiful, powerful thing. It can be hard without, you know, time, but hindsight sometimes can show us where we might have thought that things were crumbling and we were so devastated about it, but maybe we can see now why it had to. I feel like there's a lot of, because this is Pluto, because we have this new moon in Libra, it feels like because we have the South Node in Libra, it's also being squared by this new moon. This is bringing up things from the past. So you feel like my group who actually might be having communication coming out, or just really feeling like whether that communication is from someone with the past, from the past, or that you're communicating that, oh my god, I can't fucking speak. Let's roll that back for a second and try and speak this clearly. Some of you guys might be communicating with someone from the past, whether it's a friend, an ex, you know, who knows, maybe it's even an old family member that you haven't spoken to in a long time. But for some of you guys, it's feeling like communicating with your higher self. With this look at the bigger picture, communicating with your higher self and really having a conversation with your higher self, really getting connected with your higher self, because I feel like love is a department that's caused a lot of struggle for you over the past 15 years with this Pluto and Capricorn. You know, you might have had Pluto in the 5th house, you might have had it in the 7th. It just feels like maybe even in the 12th. We have Chiron healing, so there's definitely wounding that has been brought up for you in relationships that you're now closing I don't even want to say so much closing the chapter or closing the cycle, and I feel like closing the fucking book. Like the book's finished. It's like, you know, we've finished writing, you know, fucking Half-Blood Prince, and we're ready now to write the Deathly Hallows. Like, it's time. We have Gemini, I think. Wow, so you have Gemini out here twice, which means communication is really, really important for you over this new moon. So I want to say, don't be mindful of the words that you're using. Don't, I think the thing that's coming up, because Chiron's here, we have Chiron in Aries at the moment. A lot of cardinal stuff going on. Chiron, I haven't even checked the chart, but Chiron might very well be in a little bit of a loose square with this as well, which means that he may be bringing up some truth, some harsh truth, some things that, but I'm looking at both of these new moons side by side, and I'm just seeing it as like a subconscious thing. Like maybe you haven't been realizing where you've actually picked up patterns from parents, or you've picked up patterns from society, or you've just picked up certain beliefs and thoughts about how relationships are supposed to be that have actually caused you pain. And so it's time now for you to like look at your patterns in relationships, and for you to look at your habits, especially in relationships. I think it's about really seeing it clearly. I think there's a real need to see two sides of something. I'm seeing both with this Gemini and but with these scales. There's two sides to something. So some of you guys might have been, I don't know whether you've been single or whether you're, you know, it just feels like you're with a partner who maybe you're not quite always on the same page with, or it's just, you know, you don't always have to be on the same page with your partner, but it feels like maybe when you guys are on other pages, it's like you can't, you question, like, is this the way things are supposed to be? I feel like with this new romantic cycle begins, I feel like with this Gemini, it's like allowing people to be who they are, allowing people to essentially have their freedom, because Gemini is a very freedom loving sign. It's a very free-spirited sign. It's a very childlike essence. And so with this looking at the bigger picture, because Sagittarius and Gemini, they oppose each other. So, you know, Gemini is Sagittarius is the higher mind, and Gemini is sort of the lower mind. It's sort of the conscious everyday thinking mind, whereas Sagittarius is like the big picture. It's our thoughts, it's our faith, it's our beliefs. And so it's needing to really have a balance with that. I think that is what's healing for you. Is I think you might have had this like belief built in from maybe fairy tales and things like that, that, you know, as soon as you get married or as soon as you meet the love of your life, that everything's just going to be perfect and hunky-dory, and it's just that. You know, they don't teach us when we're children or in high school or anything that relationships take an awful lot of work. That's just things that we don't learn unless you're born in a family that really has their shit together with teaching you good values like that. A lot of us don't realize how much work actually has to go into a healthy, happy, healed marriage or partnership, and a lot of us didn't get to witness that, so we're kind of having to figure it out along the way. And you are my pile of figuring it out along the way and healing that within yourself. So Pluto at the moment is urging you, guiding you, quietly nudging you towards being really open, authentic, and honest in your communication style, especially when it comes to love and romance and partnerships. I feel like some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, but really just Gemini energy is out here because it's asking you to just say what's on your mind. You know, you don't always have to maybe make everything so big and broad. Sometimes you could literally just say like, hey, this is what I'm feeling. And maybe it sounds a bit shitty, but it just has to be said. I don't know, it's giving me this energy of just needing to like, sometimes things don't need to be stewed on, you know? And I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, you know how when it's something simple, like your partner hasn't taken the trash out and all you want is for him to take the trash out and all he has to do is take the goddamn trash out. But instead of just saying to him, hey babe, you forgot to take the trash out, can you just do it now? You sit there stirring on it and overthinking it to the point where you think that him not taking the trash out means that he fucking hates you, that he doesn't like you, that he doesn't want to be with you, that he's got a, you know, he's having an affair. You know, people, that's the power of the mind. The mind can literally, it can be your greatest asset or it can be your worst fucking enemy. Best friend, worst enemy. You get to choose. And that's what Gemini is. It's getting to choose. Communication. Communicating with your higher self and communicating with your lower self. Going between, you know, your shadow self might say, well, fuck, if he doesn't take the trash out, then that means that he's got, you know, someone on the side, he doesn't care about me anymore, like, oh, well, he's been acting weird lately, you know, you go down that rabbit hole, and your higher self essentially just says, oh, he forgot to take the trash out. I will communicate to him or her that I would appreciate that, and, you know, just have a fucking conversation about it. It's simple. But it's hard. It's not simple. It's simple, but it's complex, you know? We say these things are simple because they sound simple, but when it comes to actually doing them, they're fucking not. So I get it. Anyway, let's get deeper into this. It's Pluto. New moon conjunct Pluto. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Wow, 6 of Swords. You fuck me. You guys... Before I even actually started filming, I kept hearing in my head, geez, there's a lot of fear out here. And it's here. We have the Tower. We have fucking... Guys, really, we have the Tower. It's the 9 of Swords. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have the 3 of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Which is telling me that through all of this chaos, you're actually way more stable than you think, than you realize. You guys are dealing, you guys are healing with a lot of anxiety and a lot of feelings of loss. It feels as though with this Queen of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, this 5 of Pentacles, they're really speaking to me. They're telling me that you have gone through a period of lack or losing things. It's like feeling like you've lost things, whether it's people or actual resources, things, animals, all that sort of stuff. It feels like that's all come up, that's all happened because you were not realizing that your resources actually came from within. But this Queen of Pentacles, it kind of feels like losing everything to realize that everything was already within you. 3 of Swords, like you've lost because of heartbreak. It's almost like giving me this vibe of like, you know how like a typical Hollywood movies or whatever, you see like someone breaks up with someone and then one person goes on to be really successful and the other person like crumbles. Or it's just feeling like you guys just haven't been able to get your finances in order. Like just something hasn't been able to work in a smooth, easy, fucking just way that feels nice in a long time. And it feels like a lot of this with this Six of Swords and this Three of Swords, it comes from heartbreak. I feel like you guys have had your heart stomped on, because with this new romantic cycle begins, I think that what's coming up for you is this needing now to communicate yourself honestly and authentically from the get-go. Because with this Three of Swords and the Six of Swords, you guys are at the point where it's time to let go of a fucking lot of pain that's still causing you an awful lot of anxiety. I think with this Tower coming out, it's actually saying that with this new moon, you're actually going to find a sense of peace or a sense of stability or a sense of like comfort in the chaos that's going to feel really otherworldly. But this, look at the bigger picture, it feels like hindsight comes in for you over this new moon. These are you're planting new seeds because you're seeing now why everything had to fall to shit, because you weren't meant to be with the person that you were. You guys are my pile who have been through a breakup. Doesn't matter if it was a year ago, doesn't matter if it was 6 months ago, doesn't matter if it was 3 years ago or 5 years ago. You guys could still be dealing with heartache from a love of 10, 15 years ago. I truly believe that if we don't heal the shit at the time, then it sticks with us. It stays in the body. The body keeps the score. Genuine, real shit. That book is really hard to read, seriously, but it's amazing. And it teaches you really how true it is that somatically you keep everything inside. So if someone broke your heart fucking 12 years ago, if you never dealt with that pain, if you never dealt with the feelings of that and the way they made you feel, and maybe some of the things that you did in that relationship, things like that, if you just swept it all under the rug and then decided to just get with another relationship, you know, what do they say, the best way to get over someone is to get under someone? You know, if you went and did that, then there's a good chance that you still have shit to heal. I say that from genuine, serious, proper experience with that. So the Six of Wands, Swords, Six of Pentacles. See how I said Six of Wands? Your success lies with you facing it, with you facing your own heartbreak. If you can face your heartbreak, you can set yourself free from it. The Six of Swords is saying the only way out is through. The only way for you to get away from feeling like this is to allow yourself to feel like, is to allow yourself to go there. I feel like you guys are afraid of going there. You know, and with this win-win outcome as forecast, you will win the second you decide to go there. The second you decide to allow yourself to actually be wounded. Instead of trying to put up a wall and to put up this, like, I'm okay, this strength, you know. If you just allow yourself to finally be where you are, you know, this isn't allowing yourself to fall into fear and to fall and to crumble into, like, shit. A pile of shit and then start drinking and start, like, you know, going downhill. This is feeling like, you know what, allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to feel, and allowing yourself to even communicate, having conversations with people. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Some of you guys are not going to therapy and you need to go to therapy. Like, it's as simple as that. You're not allowing yourself to communicate. Like I said, there's a lot of air out here. There's an awful lot of air. You have Three Swords, you have Gemini, you have Libra, Gemini out here twice. There's just this real need for you, and the thing for you is you've got all this anxiety about your stability and about your resources, and really the pain actually comes from your heart. The pain's actually coming from a relationship or a connection that didn't work, something that didn't work, and it feels like maybe this particular relationship, it's not even the person, it's not even the relationship, but it's what they activated within it. Maybe it opened up childhood wounds that you are now ready to face, that you didn't see in the past. It's almost like feeling like I'm seeing like oh my god, you know in The Lion King when Simba and Nala, when they're little cubs, they go into the elephant graveyard and you can kind of see the hyenas like creeping up on them. Like, I'm literally seeing things from the past that you maybe suppressed, like creeping up on you. Like, I'm even hearing the laugh, like like, you know that laugh in The Lion King? I can hear it so clearly. It's like scary, it's creepy. I'm getting like that, even that hyena song is coming through for you, so I'm even going to link that. But you guys, you know, this is inner child stuff coming up. These relationship issues that you've had, they stem from childhood because you probably watched shit between your parents. Or you watched shit between other people, you know. It doesn't have to have been your parents, it could have been other people. It could have been friends that you witnessed. It doesn't have to have been your own family, but either way, you've taken it on. And so it's time for you now to release it. We have Apollo, Divine Messages, with Ocean, Sweet Success, and Amaterasu, No More Hiding at the bottom of the deck. So, like, it's really time for you guys to come out. I think that you guys have, like, this thought that, like, you're not worth loving, that you're not worth, that relationships maybe aren't even worth it in the end, because all they end in is pain and anxiety and hurt. And, with this Ocean and Apollo, like, look at the gold in both of these cards. There is nothing but radiance and gold vibes here. There is nothing but success here. So you dealing and healing with, you got a lot of fear around relationships. Face it. You got a lot of fear. It's time to face it. You feel like you've missed out. You feel like you lost out. What you're looking at the moment is everything that you've lost. And it's time to look at what you've gained. Look at the wisdom and the knowledge that you've gained. Look at the power that you've... Look, like we talked about at the beginning of this... I was about to say relationship. The beginning of this reading. Hindsight. Looking at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Really allowing yourself to see things and to have truth be illuminated. This new moon is going to illuminate, and it might be that you find that over this new moon you feel fucking sick. You feel anxiety as fuck. You feel this is when the pain comes out. This is when the pain comes out. This new moon, I'm not going to say for you guys that it's going to be easy in any way, shape or form, because the pain is going to come out. The pain is going to come to the surface. With this Three of Swords, the pain is there. She is screaming because she can feel it. Her heart is being ripped apart. You're allowing yourself to now feel that, and you know what this tower is? This tower is changing everything, because the foundations were never fucking stable to begin with, and so now they've crumbled. They had to crumble. They had to crumble because you had to see the truth. The only way you can really truly see the truth is to actually stare it in the face and to accept it. You can't keep running from what's uncomfortable. You have to face what's uncomfortable, and that's what you've been doing, and that's what this new moon is really going to be bringing up for you. But with this Queen of Pentacles, I love that it's at the bottom of the deck, because it feels like while all of this feels really chaotic, there's also a sense of stability. It's almost like, okay, my emotions are fucking going crazy right now, but I know that I'm not going to do anything stupid. I know that I'm not going to be reacting to them in a stupid way. I'm not going to be doing anything silly. I'm not going to be reaching out to anyone. You know what I mean? If you know that reaching out to someone is a bad idea, don't fucking do it. Okay? If someone reaches out to you over this, be wise. With this Tower card, someone might reach out to you and it might open something up and it might hurt. It might be unexpected. It might be like, what the fuck? Essentially, this is an opportunity for you to find healing. Take the time before responding. Don't react, respond. Take the time. That's why we have Oshun and Apollo, divine messages. Listen to spirit before you respond. Now, both of these cards really want to speak. I'm going to start with Apollo. Wake up, the divine realms are communicating with you. Sweeping in upon his shining chariot, Apollo comes to illuminate the stream of heavenly messages that are being sent your way. Blonde curls gleaming in the sun, Apollo sits down next to you and starts to play rapturous music on his lyre. A wondrous intuitive language is being spoken through signs and synchronicity, he says. Spiritual guides commonly send symbols like feathers and rainbows to remind you of their presence. Pay attention to words, phrases, overheard conversations, song lyrics, music, colors, images, symbols, and number patterns that you experience repetitively. You may have a sense of heightened awareness or sudden stillness as the sign is delivered. Divine messages will always be kind, loving, encouraging, and positive. They don't tell you to do anything. Rather, they nudge you in the right direction of your highest good, reinforcing your inner knowing. If you don't understand a divine message, ask yourself, if I really knew, what would this sign mean? Interpret it kindly and trust yourself. That's what I want you to do. I really want you to start listening to yourself. Like I said, communication is key. Communicating with your higher self. Your higher self is really trying to communicate with you. And it's communicating how you can heal. You need to heal. So, I don't want to say so much, but there's so much within you that is aching to be healed because you're ready for it. And that's why you're being purged. You're being activated. Chiron's coming up because your wounding is being activated over this new moon because your time has come to purge it. And that's why you're here in this reading, because you're ready to know that, it's really time for you to trust. I really think trusting yourself is going to get... Whoopsie, my camera ran out of battery. Anyway, make a sign journal, record your divine messages and notice recurring themes. You may have had significant past life experiences at the Delphic Oracle. You'll soon receive a valuable oracle card reading or intuitive session. Maybe it's time to get a reading, a love reading or a soul contract reading. Follow a career path in music. Invocation, Apollo, help me interpret the language of spirit. And now we'll read Oshun, and then I'm out of here. You guys can probably see how goddamn sweaty I am because I broke my fan and I'm sitting in here with no fan. It's hot as fuck. Oshun, giving birth to your own prosperity, feminine leadership. Are you secretly afraid of being richly rewarded and successful? Were you taught that life and work are struggles to be endured? Is it difficult for you to equate spiritual service with material wealth and social status? You've been working hard for a long time, and Oshun, Yoruba goddess of creation, has been watching you. She sees your efforts and knows that what it takes to juggle countless demands alongside creating meaningful work. You're a sacred feminine creator in tune with the source of all things, says Oshun. The time has come for your creations to be birthed with ease, just as I gave birth to the first people on earth, she declares, leading you to a river gushing with the energy of prosperity. Release thoughts of lack into Oshun's flowing waters. It's important that you do this as the universe is moving you into positions of leadership. Allow yourself to be richly resourced and wildly successful in all of your creations. Old beliefs about scarcity and patterns of undervaluing your time and energy are being washed away by Oshun's river. Wealth in all forms flows to you. Claim your throne of divine feminine influence and lead with love. What you're inquiring about will be successful. A promotion or a leadership position is within your reach. Increase what you charge for your services. Work on limiting beliefs around money. This is a positive message about pregnancy or adoption. My creations generate rich rewards. I accept sweet success. So there's a lot in that. Like we said, you aren't feeling abundant as you should because of the things that you've had to lose. And essentially, this new moon is an opportunity for you to no longer hide yourself away and feel as though you need to hide away. And, you know, I'm feeling like you guys have like pushed the world away for long enough, and it's time to bring yourself back into the light. I feel like for some of you guys, you have this feeling like, oh my God, I'm never going to find love again. I'm never going to have a family. I'm not going to have any of these things. And both of these cards are both here to say that you will. You will have the family that you dream of. You will have the love, the relationship, all of the things that you dream of. But it's going to take you actually dealing with what fucking didn't work. You have to deal with your own trauma. We're not going to heal. We're not going to get anywhere if we don't deal with our shit from the past. And that's just something that humans are really starting to learn now. So take it in. It's just, I want to say like, take it in your stride. Like just keep putting one step in front of the other. It's really time for you to set yourself free from this and this and this. Okay? These three cards are the bane of your fucking existence. It's time to end. It's time to stop. Look at how both of these cards, someone has their head down, and then this one, they're screaming. The only way they can ever raise their head is if they're screaming, like, fuck. It's time to work through this anger. The anger comes from hurt. Hurt people, okay? The anger comes from hurt. The Six of Swords is saying it's time to go. It's time to let everything go. It's time to set yourself free. And this Tower is saying that when you do that, so much change. So much change. Unexpected change. Big shifts, okay? Huge shifts. You will find love. I promise. You are my pile who is afraid of love or afraid of being hurt again. And I can promise you that you won't be. I love you so much. I'm going to leave this reading here. Please do let me know in the comments if you resonated, what's going on with you, if you vibed. Please do give it a like if you enjoyed it. It definitely helps to spread these readings to more beautiful souls who need to receive them. If you'd like to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that down below through the link in my description. Also, be sure to check out your channeled song, and we have this hyena song for you as well, so make sure you check out that. I would like to thank your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and I in all moments, for allowing me to receive and to deliver these messages to you. I'm so sorry for talking so fast and being all over the place and all this sort of stuff, but just like you guys, I'm in transition mode as well. This new moon has got me moving unexpectedly 14 hours away to a different state. So boom, here we go. Chaos. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I can't even speak. I'm that fucking overwhelmed. But anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading. Hopefully, I'm going to have a lot more content coming out after February once I've settled. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.